Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Control blind playthrough, or Control Ultimate Edition blind playthrough even. And we are in DLC country for anyone who is new to this project. And we are in the post-game DLC at this point. Oops. Almost messed up there.
The astral plane won't break reality on my watch.
And in the last episode, we got a new power. Because towards the beginning of this DLC, I unlocked a new power which allows me to pull these crystal-like stones out of the wall. And oops.
This bleed is just getting worse and worse.
And in the previous episode, Astral Collision, I unlocked the second power, which allows me to destroy crystals to open up new paths.
That's the cave stand. Looks like the astral bleed goes both ways.
So what are we supposed to do here? Well, that worked great, so...
Kiss in the astral plane?
Oops.
That didn't go so well.
That was a bit embarrassing. And this is quite interesting to record right now because my studio at the moment is in shambles. More or less. Because me and my girlfriend, we're in the process of renovating our apartment. So my studio is quite cramped at the moment because it's filled with bookcases and stuff from our living room. So as soon as I'm done recording for the day, I'm gonna go out and continue our renovation, pulling down wallpapers and getting smacked in the back, apparently. Wow, that's embarrassing. I have to apologize. It's been a little while since I last recorded because I have been busy doing other stuff, basically. I've been working a lot and as I said, renovating, so take me a few seconds to get back into the rhythm of Control. And I've been playing other games lately. Actually, I played through Little Nightmares 2, which was a really fun game. Really enjoyed it, because I really liked Little Nightmares 1. I thought it was really fun puzzle horror game, and for anyone who doesn't know, if anyone out there doesn't know about the Little Nightmare games, they are, as I said, puzzle horror games. You play as a child. In the first game you play as a little girl called Six, and in the second game you play as a little boy called Mono. And the aesthetics of those games is like an even more twisted version of a Tim Burton movie. I think the aesthetics in those games really remind me a lot about Tim Burton's work. And but just more warped. And I said that to a friend of mine, and she was like, well, Tim Burton's work is pretty twisted to start with. And I would absolutely agree. She is 100% correct on that one. But those games managed to like crank that up to 11. So a lot of fun and surprisingly stressful. Because as I said, they are about puzzle solving, and sometimes you get chased by different monsters. And you rarely have any means of defending yourself. So there, okay, now I get it. I'm supposed to break these. There we go. There we go. And while I am slowly traversing... By the way, I'm not sure if this comes across on mic, so to speak. But you may hear that my voice is a little bit off. That is due to allergies, because I am sadly one of those people that is allergic to pollen. So my sinuses and my eyes go completely out of whack in the summertime, which is super annoying. And but it does affect my voice a little bit. It may pitch it down slightly. So if there are any prolonged silences, that is probably me coughing or something. Just so you're aware of that.
Reminder, the Bureau does not have windows.
So So it was interesting spending time in the astral plane, because that's where I came from, I think. Sometimes that's probably where I'm going. No, that's where I came in. This is where I'm going. The very obvious path that I somehow missed. Maybe I shouldn't throw away the... I had forgotten exactly how satisfying the spikes are to use. Okay, that works. Not what I was going for, but whatever works, right? And I have to say, I'm actually shocked how many episodes this game has turned into. Because when I started this, I had no idea, because this is the 54th. Yeah, episode 54. And I have no idea how much is left of this DLC. Probably not too long. And because I think the first episode of this went up in January. The telekinesis is surprisingly inaccurate at times. God. Move on. And this DLC is a lot slower paced than the first one. Because the first one was very intense, the AWE DLC. A lot of combat, a lot of darkness. It's very much based around being in the dark, so I'm really hoping people can see what's going on in those episodes. Because I remember when I was recording it, I found it almost hard to see sometimes what was happening on the screen. Okay, that's it. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. Sometimes you have to help things along the way. But I'm hoping, going back talking about my renovation, I'm hoping by the time this video is up, we will hopefully be done with everything. Because I am trying, I'm always trying, when I record, I always try to stay ahead for a little bit. That's why at times some things that I'm talking about in my videos may be, oh, trophy, make, unmake. Some things I say I know can be a little bit outdated. And that is just because I always try to keep a few weeks ahead when I'm recording. Because when I first, a few years ago, when I started up my channel, I would always narrate my videos when I just did walkthroughs. I would always do the narration for, or do the commentary for the video just before I uploaded it. So, okay, can't do anything there. And that presented a bit of a challenge. It was more easy to keep up to date with things that are happening in the gaming industry or whatever. But also, sometimes I would miss my upload due to either having a cold or something or whatever. For some reason, if I couldn't do the commentary that day, you, the viewers, would be suffering, and I managed to press the wrong button. Idiot. Was gonna press circle to dodge forward, and instead I pressed X. So I always try to stay a bit ahead. New bureau. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I've had enough of those bureau alerts. I'm the director and I choose to delegate. Come on. Ow. And it's very easy to get killed in this game. That is something, when you put this game down for a few days, it's easy to forget the damage output of the enemies. Even though I checked in my PlayStation app and I have logged 34 hours in this game. And I think I got this. I bought this game on sale. I've talked about that before, that I never pay full price for games on PlayStation Store anymore. Because I think the PlayStation Store is way too expensive. And I find it alarming that physical copies of games are getting more and more expensive. Because I was thinking about buying the new Doom game, Doom the Dark Ages. And I prefer physical copies. I think that is a bit due to being born in the 80s. It feels more real when you have a physical copy. I want to lure him down to those spikes. Can I do that? Come on, Nago. Did I get it? I got him. The damage output on those spikes is unbelievable. Fuck. Yes, going back to what I was saying. I was thinking about buying Doom the Dark Ages. And I checked out what it costs, and in most retailers it cost 150 Swedish crowns, which translates to, I think it's like 85, 90 bucks. And like, what's that, like 70 British pounds or something? That takes care of big boy. Take care of you. Important to remember when it comes to this game, never stand still in combat. This is something I definitely should know by now, because, as I said, 34 hours logged in this game. Doing better this time. Ow. Whew. Okay. That takes care of that. And just gonna cleanse this control point. And I'm gonna end this episode right here, but I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman, signing off.